There we go. Just had to adjust some things a little bit, you know, get things rolling, and you know, see how it turned out. Nope, first time playing it. There we go. You should be able to hear me if I'm right. Let me make sure everything's go. Yep, everything's good. Mic's on. We're rolling. So yeah. All right. So welcome to the Monday night stream. We normally play Brawlhalla, but we want to switch things up a bit. And since the Steam Summer Sale is going on, there are a ton of games that I've always wanted to play, but never had the money to do so. And the Stanley Parable has been one of them. Since it was on sale for $2.99, I was able to pick it up at a discounted price of a hell of a steal. And I heard a lot of good things about this game. I haven't played it. I haven't watched any gameplay of it, so this is all completely new to me. You know, whatever happens, happens, and we'll deal with it one step at a time. So let me adjust this mic real quick. Get out of the way since I have to use the mouse and keyboard. All right, so let's begin. Like I said, I have never played this before, so this is going to be. I have no idea what's going on. I have a vague concept as to what you can and can't do in this game, or what the premise is. So we're gonna, you know, kind of play it safe. Maybe, maybe follow the directions if there are any given. We'll find out what's going on, and hopefully it'll be a fun trip. I heard a lot of good things about this game, and I can't wait to play it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Until...
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
He was mauled by a bear.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Okay.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
We can move around now, that's good. So, what do we have in our office? Got some papers. Here's our computato. Can't do anything with the computato. Alright, so I guess I move out of my office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Alright, well, let's get one thing straight, narrator. My name's Stanley, it's Nearcorn, so if you could pronounce it properly, I would appreciate it. But we'll go to the meeting room. I have no idea where I'm going, though. I'm just going to assume we just go through the open doorways. Anything in here? Nope. Can't open that door. That looks like a meeting room. And the door's locked. Can't do anything.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Door on my left? Yeah, let's go to the door on my left. Nothing here.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I wasn't done reading that. I wanted to know how not to get fired. Alright, how to solve a dispute with a coworker. You let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively, and you skip the fucking slide. It's typical of HR. They don't give you the full information, or, you know, if you're a little slow in reading, like I am. Ooh, what's in here?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
And I see a broom and a bucket. I see some stuff, but there's nothing here of use.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, let's pay a visit to the head honcho, the bigwig. Jeez, let's see what he's up to. Ooh, that's a nice office. And there's no one here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Ooh, that's new. Very industrial. Anything down here? Nope. Nothing I can see. There's a button. I like pushing buttons. Ooh, and we got a loading screen. This part of the office? Because if it is, it's really boring.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I'm pretty sure it won't. We're gonna find out. I'm just real paranoid.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Do I really want to do that? I mean, we got the escape right here. Mind control or escape. Just for the sake of sticking with the story for the first run around, we'll go into the probably bad idea of the mind control facility. So let's go. Let's move. Alright, there's a big button. Ain't got nothing else to do, so let's press the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I guess we don't have a choice. We can't go back, can we? Alright, so there's a button with a monitor on it. Or a security camera, I should say. And looks like a desk with 3... I'm going to assume terminals. Is there anything on these pieces of paper? Employee observation protocols. Alright, nothing that I can read. Alright, so let's press the button again.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
And okay. So, oh, one of those monitors turned on. Can we do anything with them? No. Okay, move on to the next platform. Let's see, I'm 427. Where is my number? 427. Oh, God damn it, stop switching things around. I wanted to see my monitor. Well, oh, there we go. 427, there I am. Alright. Alright, you can switch it back now. I'm ready. And alright, it's just a picture of my office. That's kind of lame. Kind of hoping the cameras will follow me around. Alright, so we got this button here with a dude in the box that goes up. So this is either going to be an elevator or an emergency ejection platform. We're gonna find out, so let's press the button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yay, not being ejected.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I guess so.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
That's nice. So do I just start pressing buttons to do that? Or, I mean, how do I dismantle these controls? You know, I'm not a very smart man, and since... Hold on. No. Ability power. So, awaiting inputs.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
No, I'm kidding. Let's... Ooh. Got real dark. It got really dark.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
No. That'd be too easy.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Okay.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Okay.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Look at the rolling hills.
It was perhaps the only thing.
Little buildings, stone walls. It's also
Stanley
quaint.
stepped through the open door.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I guess Stanley's happy, but I'm not quite so happy. That was a lot of unresolved problems, like you said. So, we're gonna go back and do this again. This time we're gonna muck some things up. We're gonna make some of our own choices. Maybe we won't go to the meeting room. Oh, and we're back. That was quick. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Locked. Locked. Also locked. Locked as well. Ooh, what's in here? Also locked. Alright, I think I'll... Ooh, what is this? Awaiting input. Okay, so all these screens are probably going to be the same, if not blank. Oh. Fuck you, narrator. No, that's not gonna open the doors. Maybe his door's unlocked? Nope.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he didn't. I'm not Stanley.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No. Don't tell me what to do, narrator. Ah, shit, I don't have a choice, do I?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Nope. I'm leaving.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
You don't tell me what to do. In fact, I can't close the door, so screw it, we're just gonna walk by. In here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I have been told I'm incompetent. Alright, anything in this door? No, but it looks like I need a card key. You know, badge of some sort. Let's see, what does this say? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Is there anything else in here that we can explore? Nope, I guess not. So, cargo lift.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
No, it's been
There's
about
someone
Stanley,
you've been
not me.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Hey, I may not be a smart man, but
This is it,
I can make my own
Stanley.
damn decisions.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
She has been waiting. And it's a blank, black door. Any way out? I don't think so. Nope. Nope. Okay, bye now. We're going back across. Or maybe not. We're stuck. We can't do anything, can we? No. Left's not going anywhere. Good jump. I'll do it, narrator. No. No. We're gonna go through that door, see where it leads.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. Oh, no,
Nope.
you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Yes!
Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Nope.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action.
That's nice.
How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Whoa, shit! He figures it out.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Know what I'm doing?
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
Okay.
But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make?
Orphans.
Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
A what? I'm sorry, a back sack and crack?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
This guy looks like he's
Most
in
medical
having a good
professionals
time.
recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
I kind of like to, to think that, what the
Welcome
fuck?
back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Since you asked nicely. You said please. Hey, there's a gate here now.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Man, this is strange. I wasn't gonna jump. I wasn't gonna plan to jump. Can we get back on? No? Okay. Anything in here? Nope. Anything? This. All right. Let's check this off and see if we can't find that key card. Calculator. Protractor. There's a bucket. Bucket's not gonna help out. Nope. Nothing here. All right. So we'll go back. Keep on going back. This fine, well-established,
Almost
well-built
there.
room.
You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Okay, so...
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fuck you, don't tell me what to do.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
No. I know what you're trying to do. And it's working. Oh, you're a sinister son of a bitch. I don't have a choice but to go back. Okay, fine. We'll play it your way. We'll play it your way, narrator.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
I broke
it. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think
fun.
was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it?
Yes.
To know that my story is now incorrect? How
Yes.
can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Nope. Oh. Ooh. And we broke it. We broke it real good.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
Yeah.
You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Well, I'm good
What,
at.
did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Yeah, but Stanley
That
sucks.
thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Not denying that.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Oh. Break it.
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Oh.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
This is
Just
strange.
follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, I didn't. Don't tell me what to do.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Oh, I broke it again.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
I broke
I'm
it.
quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, we'll go to the door on the left. You happy now? I hope the game's still broken because, well, one of it. Nope.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Let's
Stanley
see.
decided to
Fuck
go up
Wes,
to his
do
boss's
unbelievable,
office,
amazing
hoping he
work.
might find an answer there.
Okay, all the time, every day. And yeah, okay, so we're gonna plan not to get fired.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, there was a staircase we can go down here and the first time around, but we sealed it off. What a jerk. And there was a plaque on this door. Plaque's gone. Anything in this behind this desk? Anything good? Nope. Office is a different colored room. Different layout.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it.
Okay.
Surely behind this door lay
Voice receiver
all
this
the
time
answers
instead of
to
an
his
uppercut?
questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Sure did.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115? Oh no, that's not gonna work.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yeah.
You didn't mishear me, did you?
No.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I did. You didn't hear me? It's not my fault. You're deaf.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Oh, we broke the game again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why the hell are we all the way up here?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
No, I'm
Stanley,
above the
please.
ceiling, and I'm
I need you to make a
uncomfortable here.
choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
No, well,
Can
yes.
you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision.
All right,
It
that
cannot
was,
exist without you. You
that was
understand me?
interesting.
Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
What the problem is, last time I went through the right door, you chastised
Do
me,
something?
and I broke the
Anything?
game a couple of
This
times.
is more important than you can ever know.
So, I
need
mean,
this.
you're kind of a liar.
So,
Walked through a door and unplugged the phone, you threw a hissy fit, and
Are you
game
there?
broke, and you
You listening
restarted
to
it a
this?
couple
Stanley,
times, and you
there?
threw a fit when I couldn't talk.
okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
Man, this guy seems real sad that I'm
Take as much
making a
time as
decision.
you need.
Alright. Oop, there we go, we got a loading screen. I thought we would have to reboot the game or something. Oh, we broke it again. There we go. Okay.
All of his
So,
co-workers
back
were
in our
gone.
office, so we're gonna
What could
go
it
out
mean?
to the meeting room.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We went through the right door. This hallway's different. Yeah, this hallway is definitely different. Maybe I'm imagining
When
things.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Uh-huh. Yeah, a bunch of doors and I can't open up.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope, we're going downstairs. Can't open that door. Can't play with the fire hose.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
You know,
And
that's a
for
good
that
question.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. and he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course,
Can't go back to
this
there.
was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Okay.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Not sure about that. And because we're still here. In this room, with the soda machine.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Everything was just black a moment ago. Why'd you do that?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
You didn't think to call the cops? Like, hey, we got a dead body on the sidewalk. You might want to do something about that. Apparently not. And we're back. Okay, so we've gone to the door on the right, broken the game, gone to the door on the left, and gone down the stairs. and
Someone
wound
was
up
following
dead.
Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Alright, no, alright, you're just messing with me now. Alright, this didn't happen the first time we played this game through. No one was following me. Now you just got me all sorts of paranoid. Can't follow me with doors closed, asshole.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he didn't.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Sure, because it's so nice with all
Wow.
the cups,
Yes,
you know, just laying
this
about.
room. What a beautiful room.
And the papers in the
What
corner.
a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. First open door on my left. Let's go.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nope. Big shiny button. Let's press it. I like pressing buttons. And there we go, in the loading room.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Nope. It's... Damn it, I guess it is left. I don't have a choice.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Man, quit fucking with me!
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
There are 3 doors that I didn't come through. That one looks like a closet.
Let's see, we went down, right,
But make up your
left,
mind.
Down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Man, I don't like where this is going. Just a metal sheet door opens up into a garage, and this is the beginnings of a horror movie. Lights are on, man. Someone's gonna kill me. I'm expecting something to jump out and then eat my face, or we can end up here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Don't
And
do
this
that.
time, suppose we don't wander so far off track,
No.
Okay, from the top.
Aw, you jerk.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I wasn't imagining things. This hallway was blue and had like Venetian blind, like vertical blinds on the side. Damn. Oh, I was going crazy for a
When
moment.
Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely
Yep.
fresh. Everything should be...
We broke it.
Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
Not on
Did you
purpose.
move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah.
It was
Good
right
question.
here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Hey, I'd love to, but these chairs are blocking the way. And alright, so we got door number 1, which kind of looks like it leads to, yeah, this, but okay, so we can go left or right. Didn't have these 2 doors. These are new. Alright, let's go here. Let's find the story. Oh, still can't move those. Alright, anything down...
I'll
Here?
say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
No.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Hey, what are you doing?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Guy's an
What could
asshole.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What? Alright, we couldn't do that. Ooh, this one looks up and running. I'm gonna turn it off. Alright, so... this door's gonna close too, right? No? Okay. No, there are no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Just don't restart the game on me, okay? I'm gonna go all the way back to the beginning, maybe,
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Oh. Alright, this is gonna take me around in circles, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Again? Yeah, look how well that's turning out. See, I told you, something's gonna come out and kill me.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Yes.
Well,
Office
do you know
building.
what? Since I've completely
creepy
forgotten
murder
what we were
shack.
supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Alright.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
You don't?
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Yes, I did.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Go for it.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Man, do you think I'm stupid? Nuh-uh, no, man. No, this is insulting. See, I see your line, and fuck you, we're not taking it. Because this is the way we're supposed to go. With
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Alright, fine, we'll play it your way. That's cool. We haven't been down this way before anyway. Hey! Someone was playing solitaire. I can't quite reach it. Okay, fine. Leave the way, line.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa.
I can't follow this line.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Alright, this is weird. Really fucking weird. I can sing though, it's tune's pretty catchy. It's real freaking loud though. Real loud.
Cut the music.
Yeah.
Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Sure.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, fern acquired. Moving on. Important plants is important.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Nope. Hey.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with
Bad
it.
line.
Restart.
And this guy is jerk. We're gonna follow this line again? Last time.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
Okay.
Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
I want to go in this direction. Okay, fine. Play it your way.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Ooh.
Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Blackjack and hookers. Blackjack and hookers. Let's go.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. And we should be fine.
Oh man, I love how the narrator is just referring to this line as like a living being. Like it has like a consciousness of its own. And it's somehow interfering with this story. How can I ignore the line when it's going up into the ceiling? I guess we're just gonna have to walk past it.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here.
Right.
And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
I didn't quite follow that, but I'll take your word for it. The confusing ending. Been playing
Hold up,
for.
what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing. Wall.
Wall.
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Okay, then don't.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it?
You broke
Did
it.
we break the cycle?
You broke it.
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Probably not.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
No,
I'm
it's
not
boring.
quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
I hope it's soon.
Well, in the meantime...
God damn. Don't do that to me, game. Ah, jeez. Okay. The music sounds familiar. Maybe the game has restarted, and we can get back
All of
on
his
track.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Something like that.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're not gonna have that crazy-ass line again, are we? With the door behind us.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, why don't we follow the story up until we get to the mind control room, and instead of turning off the mind control room, we just start pressing random buttons. See how that works. Close the door behind us.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he'd coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, this seems familiar. Red walls, layout seems okay. There's a placard on here, executive bathroom. Anything back here? Ooh. What's this? What's this? Time magazine. Ooh, Crafts magazine. Ooh. Alright, never mind. We're going this way. Where are we going? Oh, I just said my name. Oh, that's Stanley's name. What is this? The narrator's mumbling about something. I can't quite hear him. We'll say the music is kind of catchy for elevator music. Can we stop now? Yeah, thank you. What? We're back here. No. There has to be something to this elevator, not just elevator music. He's just singing along with the elevator music. I want to go down instead. I'm going to go down. Down. Instead of up. God damn, more elevator music. Alright, I'm bored. Let me out. Fine, we'll play it your way since that elevator doesn't lead to anywhere interesting.
Stepping into his manager's office,
That's new.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud. to
This
nobody.
is also new.
He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Nope.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Stop it. Stop it. Music is terrible.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Kind of wanted to go down, but I guess it doesn't lead anywhere. Alright, there's nothing back there. And button. And darkness and loading screen.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We're pressing buttons. That's what we're gonna do.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, we're gonna find out. What's going on here? Actually, we know what's going on here.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, that's nice. We've been through this part before. Watch over screens go. Nope, never mind. I thought the screen's gonna go, you know, flip on and off. There we go. That's neat.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Yeah.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
No.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Alright, and we go up the elevator.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Nope, I know what's going on here.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or
what's up
sad,
here?
or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
1, 2. First 3. 1 and 2. First, 1, 2. This 3. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 over there. So I'm gonna push these in sequential order. So button number 1, button number 2. Button number 3. Go up these stairs and press 4. That's number 4. I made a different beeping sound than the other ones did. Okay, and the last one we have to press is 5. I really wish we could sprint and make this whole process a little easier. And 5. Well, that did nothing. Alright, we're gonna press other buttons. Press this button. That button? Oh? Okay. We'll go in here, and we'll turn the damn thing on.
And when at last he found the source of
Nope.
the root...
It goes on.
Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Yay!
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Okay, you can
What's
tell
that?
me.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you
that's
try to
nice,
make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Oh, it does if you have a
Oh,
narrator.
dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Nope.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your